my channel. I am Asha. If you are new here, then welcome. In today's video, I showed y'all how I achieved this all drugstore look. Yes, every single product that I use today is from the drugstore. Some of it is new to me, some of it I've used before, some of it I use in my daily routine. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that you get a full beat face without spending hundreds of dollars on the makeup. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, then just keep on watching. So I'm starting off with the brows, and for the brows I'm using the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Deep Brown. I wasn't a huge fan of this product. It was kind of like waxy. I really didn't like the consistency of it, but it did the job. So then I'm just making sure that I'm brushing that brow product throughout my brows evenly. I like to fade it out in the front so that the front doesn't have a lot of product because I don't like the boxy look. Then I'm going in and I'm going to carve out my brows with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and this is in the shade Neutralizer. And I'm just going to carve out the bottom and the top of my brows to the shape that I want them. I'm then just taking a fluffy eyeshadow brush and I'm using that to just blend out all of that concealer so it's not just two harsh white lines over my eyebrows. Then I'm going in with the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Mineral Powder. This is in the shade Chestnut 135. I'm going to use this later on in the video as my bronzer, but right now I'm using it as a transition shade. Using a transition shade when you do your eyeshadow, it's just going to make it much easier for you to blend out the edges of your shadows and the ending of that color. They won't be so harsh and it won't be as hard to blend other colors into it. Then I'm going in with the CoverGirl Eye Enhancers eyeshadow palette, and this is in the color Hard Accent. I'm using that dark brown in there, and I'm using that. At first I was going to use it to put on the outer corner of my eye, but these eyeshadows were not that blendable, so I ended up just saying forget it, and I just rubbed it all over my lid. You'll see that I then just packed it on, not trying to put it in a precise location. I was just packing it all over my lid and trying to get as much color payoff as possible. I'm then going back in with my transition shade and just blending out the edges of that dark brown so that it looks smoother and it blends evenly into that light brown. Then I'm going in and I'm going to prime my face with the Wet n Wild 3-in-1 priming water spray. I'm then going to go in and apply my foundation. I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and this is in the shade Caramel, and it is obviously way too light for my face. That's the only downfall on drugstore products, is that you cannot test them out in stores. Well, right now you can't even test out high-end because of coronavirus, but yeah. So then I'm gonna go in and try to correct that color with a darker foundation, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation, and it is in the shade 211. And I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge. It is damp, and I'm going to use that to blend out that foundation. I'm then going to go in and highlight with the same concealer that I used earlier, that Maybelline Age Rewind, and I'm going to place this in all of the areas that I want to highlight. I would usually go in with the highlighter that's a little bit darker. This is on the lighter side, but this is the only drugstore concealer I had, and I didn't realize it was this light. I'm then going in and contouring with the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer concealer. This is in the shade 420 Cocoa. This is a holy grail of mine. I use this concealer every time I do my makeup, not just when I'm trying to use all drugstore products. It is creamy, it is thick, and it blends out so perfectly. I love this concealer. I'm then taking that same sponge that I was using earlier and just blending out the edges and making sure that all of those different shades are blending together seamlessly. So in this next clip, I noticed that my camera had stopped recording. Once I started back recording, I had already set my face and I used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder, and I had already used my contour, which was the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Mineral Powder that I used earlier. I'm then going to use my NYX Sweet Cheeks Matte Blush. The shade will be in the description box. And then I'm going to use the dark brown eyeshadow I used earlier and just run that all under my lower lash line. I'm then going in with the same pencil that I used for my brows, and I am using that as an eyeliner to go into my waterline. And then I'm going to go in with a clean fluffy brush and just blend my face together and make sure that everything is looking seamless. I then highlight my face with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder, and it is in the shade Golden Flower Crown. I'm then going to go in and line my lips with the NYX lip pencil, and this is in the shade Nude Truffle. I am then going to go on the perimeter of my lips with the NYX Liquid Suede lipstick, and this is in the shade Downtown Beauty. I wanted it to be darker on the outside of my lips and kind of lighter on the inside, you know, a small little ombre effect. So on the inside of my lips, I'm going to use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Abu Dhabi. I wanted to lighten it up just a tad bit and also make it a little more matte, so I went over the top of my lips with the translucent powder. So this is the final look. My skin looks so good. I'm pretty sure my favorite product out of all of the drugstore products I used today was this Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. When I tell you this compares to my Laura Mercier, like, no, honestly, this is giving Laura a run for her money. Okay, my Laura Mercier powder is what, $32 or $34. This, I'm pretty sure it was like $4 or $5. So yeah, I will be using this more often. But yeah, I'm impressed. You wouldn't know that this whole face was under what, $60 to $70. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this a thumbs up. Also, comment down below what you would like to see next, and I will be sure to bring that to you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please share this video on other platforms, and I will see y'all in the next video.